Let's talk about everything new that is coming to CarPlay with iOS 27. Real quick, before we hop in the car, if you want to keep up to date with all the latest Apple news interviews, hit that subscribe button. Now, obviously, Apple focused a lot on AI at WWDC, where it introduced all of its latest updates. But CarPlay got several new features and a lot of under-the-hood enhancements. And I'm going to break them all down for you in this video. It is not one you want to miss. So let's go ahead and get into it. Before we start, what I really like about a lot of these updates this year is they're not only coming to Apple's apps, but they're opening up to third-party apps as well. But two, it's also just for everybody. It's not just CarPlay Ultra features or, actual features. There's a lot of performance improvements too, which is really nice to see. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. First up, Apple's new version of Siri is coming to your car. Siri AI on compatible devices will be available inside of CarPlay. In fact, when you try to open Siri, you'll notice there's that new glowing glass orb at the bottom of the screen. And there's a dedicated Siri app where you can view all of your past conversations. It's really handy because conversations you have in the car can actually sync back over to the Siri app and you can access them back at home on your Mac, iPhone, iPad, whatever, inside of the Siri app. So it's really nice to see that continuity across Apple's platforms there. The new Siri is going to be more conversational and just more helpful. Anything that you would ask, Siri on your phone should be able to mostly be answered inside of CarPlay. So there's a lot of information that you can get just by using your voice. By the way, Siri AI is going to be coming to all iPhones that support Apple Intelligence, so do not worry about that. If you're wondering more about what devices are supported for things, check out my other video I did where I break it down more granularly what the differences are with the newer devices versus the old ones. It's pretty easy though, so yeah, if you want Siri AI, if it supports Apple Intelligence now, you're good to go. Let's talk about Apple Music. The Apple Music app got a good update here with a refreshed user interface. Apple's also introducing this new mini player. So as you are playing your music, it's going to go ahead and move into that top right-hand corner and you can keep browsing your library, looking around, but still be able to control that music at any time. We also have the ability, when listening to music, to scrub on that timeline and adjust the playback. How have we not had this before? It is crazy. So yeah, you can just tap on the little, you can just tap on the little middle of the scrub bar and slide that indicator left and right to adjust the playback of your track. Very cool. We also got a similar redesign in the Podcast app. Podcast app on Apple TV got a refresh, and it did here in CarPlay too. So we have a newer, updated interface for this, and it got that mini player. Now, both of Apple's apps got that mini player, but that's not it. Any developer can use that mini player. So if there's an audio app that you like using right now in CarPlay, whether it's Audible or SiriusXM or anything like that, you can actually have those developers will update their app to take advantage of that new mini player. Now, none of that is promised. No one has promised support for that yet, but Apple is making it available to developers to start incorporating it into their apps. So you should see that handy little mini player available in a bunch more apps come this fall. The Siri app isn't the only new app coming to CarPlay. It looks like Apple will also be bringing the Apple TV app. This is a whole can of worms, and I'll try to break it down. Basically, with 26 something, Apple was adding support for AirPlay into the car. That's still a thing. No real automakers have taken advantage of it yet, but if an automaker would support it, you could just AirPlay any video onto your car's infotainment screen. With iOS 27, Apple's going further and adding a new category for video playing and browsing apps. So you could literally get Netflix, Hulu, or Prime Video for CarPlay. It'll show up when you update those apps and you have a compatible vehicle, and those apps will show right there on your infotainment screen. You can go through, browse stuff, and play video right in your car. Now, there is a big asterisk to that. Not only do we have to have the app and the automaker add support, it requires that the car be in park. So the car must be in park before videos will work in any way. But this is perfect. If you're waiting for a friend at the airport, maybe you're waiting for to pick somebody else up, whatever it happens to be, you can now watch stuff on that screen. And one really cool thing about it is that when you put your car into drive, it can automatically fall back to audio. So if I'm sitting there watching a Guards game or a Browns game, and then I go to start driving, it's just gonna fall back to the audio stream, so I can still continue to listen to the game without having to break my flow. So I really like that. I think it's really smart, and I'm excited for not only cars to start adding this, but apps to start getting updated too. Inside of iOS 26, Apple added support for chatting apps. So ones like ChatGPT or Gemini, you could use those in the car and talk to those AI assistants. Now, of course, Apple is adding Siri AI with this new update, but it's going further in adding a nice update for other chat-style apps. The talking back and forth interface is actually going to be available to all app categories. So if you have something like a Maps app or a video browsing app, they can actually build in a voice assistant into it, and you can go back and forth and have this talking interface to your CarPlay apps. And Apple's adding a new way for that to look. It'll actually display it in a little bubble on the bottom and overlay the screen. It looks a lot nicer. So devs will be able to take advantage of that as well. So you should start to see a bunch more apps getting these AI communication interfaces with iOS 27. The reason for this is these third-party apps can actually take advantage of Siri AI in their own apps. So I'm expecting them just to use Apple's own models and offer up chat-style abilities in their apps really easily. So I'm excited to see how that gets expanded upon with this release. Of course, Apple is adding new wallpapers. CarPlay in iOS 27 has 12 new wallpapers to choose from. There's a bunch of different colors and themes that you can choose between. They're all found within settings, so pick your favorite and you're good to go. I think these look good. Everyone's always excited for new wallpapers. It seems small, but people get really excited about it. So these are what Apple is offering up for the 2027 update. Let's talk about some of the performance and the smaller, lower-end features that are getting added here. First, Apple's adding more UI changes. There's a whole new stack and list view that developers can start to add. Really nice, rich thumbnails with text. Sports ones can have different teams and scores, final scores or status, all of that displayed on there. So we should see more rich interfaces coming to CarPlay apps after this update drops. There's a dedicated wireless icon when you're connected to CarPlay Wireless inside of the vehicle. It'll actually show that inside of settings, so a new dedicated indicator there. There's a new battery icon. Apple's kind of tweaked the battery icon with iOS 27, so we're seeing that reflected in CarPlay if you have wireless CarPlay. There's more robust wireless connections, so it should be more reliable. I'm wondering if that means the wireless performance will be better because there's often quite a bit of lag. So I'm interested to see how that performs. It's hard to say this early in the beta, but we'll keep an eye on it by the time we get to the release here. And navigation apps can communicate with your car. There's a whole process that happens, but basically when you navigate somewhere, it's able to send that information to your car. Your car is able to look at that and then send any suggestions back. Why would you want this? Well, think about EVs. So you get in your car, I put in my route where I'm going, and then that gets passed over the car. Your car goes, hey, that's all well and good, but your range is only going to get you 2/3 of the way there, so I'm going to propose this EV stop on the way. And it sends that back, that suggested change, and your navigation app is able to see that, receive it, ask you, do you want to add this in there? And you can accept it, and it makes it really easy to plan those routes. So if there's things that your car knows that maybe you don't, this is cool. It just kind of takes that wondering out of the equation there. So this back and forth communication route sharing between your navigation app and your car. Finally, this is a little one, but it's kind of cool. Apple's updated the Smart Stack on Apple Watch, and now there's a new Smart Stack widget for where you parked your car. So you're navigating somewhere, you get out of your car, it's gonna pin that on there so you can easily get back to your car when you go back to it. So just a nice little addition that kind of ties into CarPlay a bit. So that's it. That's what's new with CarPlay in iOS 27. New Siri apps, UI refinements, video playback and video apps are coming. A whole lot of stuff. I think this is a great update for CarPlay, and it's not just for CarPlay Ultra. Let me know what your favorite new feature is or what features you'd like to see down below in the comments. Otherwise, follow for more Apple news and Apple's latest updates.